VistA is actually a great example for how physicians kind of adapt to technology. If you were to compare writing a note in VistA versus something else, VistA actually somewhat forces you to write a note. So the actual act by the physician is a tiny bit more arduous, but you could make the argument that the end product is a lot more real to life, or true to life rather, in terms of the actual patient encounter that took place. So I never would have thought a couple years ago that I would miss VistA, but I've actually grown to become somewhat of a fan of VistA as an EHR solution. I actually think its intent was a very solid and well-founded one, being kind of open to the extent that anyone who gets care at any VA can actually be tracked across geographical lines, and it was built in order to make that type of patient tracking more convenient. But if you look at VistA relative to other options in the EHR space today, it's sort of like looking at a time capsule. You can see it was something that was developed some time ago and then kind of left in that state. So I think it has definitely fallen behind with regards to some of the functionalities that physicians have become a lot more accustomed to in more modern EHRs. It's a bittersweet relationship that you have with VistA. So I don't think I could be in a position where I would advocate just wide use of that EHR as it currently exists. I did find myself not having as much difficulty with it as I would have anticipated. So there is that like bittersweetness in terms of it kind of being sunset. But some of the functionalities built into the modern day EHRs, they really do save people time, and they are getting better over time. So I'm very eager, very excited to see kind of that next generation where physician input has actually influenced that workflow.